everybody. How you doing? How you doing? I tell you what, I feel like I've been put through a ringer.
The heels of my feet and my calves kill me.
Stop your complaining. All you ever do is whine.
Whatever.
That's why we always get the comments on here. Why are you guys always whining?
Hit the red button.
You hit the
Why
red
does she
button.
always look like she's pissed off?
Because
Because usually I am.
She's got rested bitch face. Excuse my language.
Fix the red button.
Red right in your mouth,
I have RBF, to put it nicely.
It'll be okay. Shh.
Honey hush.
You honey hush.
You honey hush.
Then we got nobody watching because you done scared them all away. I said, I ain't watching her. She got RBF.
She don't even know what RBF is.
Rested bitch face. So how you like me now?
Only because I said it.
Oh, that's why.
That's exactly why.
I think I said it before you just said RBF.
I just spelt it out.
No, you didn't.
Spell it.
Corey Campbell says hello, G's. Laura says
You can't
first.
spell.
Bev says hello.
I have to deal with
you
your typos all the time.
Ellen, don't even get me started on typos because you do your post and you make typos too.
No.
And then I have to fix it.
You lie.
Jen says hi. Debbie says hey, G's. Chevy says hi, G's. Lance Ledbetter from Washington State says, hey, y'all, I'm here.
Hi, everybody.
What? Cheryl Patrick
I'm going to
says,
try my best to keep this non-political tonight. We done talked enough politics and all them trigger subjects, so let's try to reel it in on them, I guess.
3 Chevy says, give him hell, Mrs. G.
At least for tonight.
Beverly says, hello, G's, from Southwest PA in the house.
How you doing?
Debbie says, where's the fly swatter? They're in the truck.
Don't be threatening me with a good time. We are in bed.
Julie says, good evening, G's. Good evening, guys.
Son, go to your room.
Bill and Bob says, hello, Mrs. G and Mr. G and Little G and the G-Force family. We got back today and I went straight to work, gave the dogs a bath, let them outside, all that good stuff, and started finishing up laundry because Betty needed to be clean and stuff for the truck.
I think you said Betty. I'm like, who the hell's Betty?
Yeah,
No,
I'm putting Betty. Where's she at?
Bedding needs
Where's
to
she
be
at?
cleaned. Oh my goodness, get your mind out together.
Easy
So,
now.
I've been busy. Johnson Hades said, when are you coming to Northeast Ohio?
No idea, brother.
Or are
No
you
idea.
still avoiding me?
Tell you what, we got home and we had a lot of packages here at the house. There quite a few of them were from some of you, and
We don't know.
I don't know if I ordered some or if they're all from you. So what we're gonna have to do is we're just gonna have to open them up right here, and the thing
figure out what it is.
Hopefully it's on a next week.
Easy now, yeah. Son, go to your room. Anyways, well, you really got me. My mind's elsewhere.
Okay, focus. Stop squirreling.
The thing with Amazon Prime, it never says who it's from.
Who it's from? No, not unless there's a note inside.
Yeah, so let's see what we got. Where's Mrs. G's knife? Oh, I done lost it. Look, I got Mrs. G's knife.
Yes, that was given to me.
I got one too.
Yeah, a little G knife.
Yep, that's got a little.
No, not from you.
It's a little dirty, but
it is dirty.
I got one from my supervisor.
okay, let's just
you got a
open it.
keychain. That's what it was.
We got homemade mashed taters and homemade bread. Nice.
Ooh. Stephanie, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute.
Thank you.
Today with Julia says, hey, G's, long time no see.
What's going on? We were just talking about you
Hope
the
all
other day,
is
brother.
well. Good to
I
see
think
you
so with
too.
Julia.
Julius. My brother from another mother. Let's see if I can not cut Mrs. G's face off.
Trying to shank me over here. Gary says, hey, younger G2. Don't throw things on the floor.
It'll get picked up.
Fetch
We
wishbone.
got this thing. Guys, this is pretty cool. I got this thing, and it's like a cleaning fairy. I throw it on the floor, and then I just lay down and I set my head on the bed. I go to sleep by the morning.
Is that how your
gone.
bathtub gets clean?
That's how my bath.
I've never caught them in the act, but they always clean.
I have
amazing.
I have a cleaning fairy too that takes care of cleaning our bath because
Her cleaning fairy's fixing
the
to go on
cleaning
strike.
fairy wants to use the bathtub with the jets.
It's amazing.
But someone doesn't clean the
Anyway,
bathtub.
hey, I'm opening stuff here.
Okay, you got off subject about the cleaning fairy.
Okay, I got citrus bergamot.
I don't know what that is.
I think that might be
I
from
can't
Cheryl.
remember what that was Four though.
You gonna crush it up?
Oh, it promotes the heart health,
Oh yeah, you need that.
supports immune function, and powerful antioxidant. You have to give that a try. I've been making it up.
He said try.
I haven't even been taking my stuff, so I can
Oh,
only imagine what my blood pressure's like. We've been
You
running
haven't
all
been in the
weekend,
shot.
and forgot about everything.
Debbie K says good for blood pressure.
All right, let's open another one.
I realize
It's
I
like
need to-
Christmas.
Lucy, love you. Have
No,
a good
thank
day.
you so much, guys. I don't know who sent what, because like I said, there's no name on it.
Have a good day at work, sweetheart.
Where'd you boys?
And I know who said this.
Me. I don't know.
I actually ordered that.
What
I
is
was
it?
told that the Mullen
It's to help
With,
his lungs, to clean out his lungs.
helped clean your lungs out, so I wanted to give it a try. And I don't know if I said that right.
Deanna, you're fine, sweetheart. My spelling isn't so good either.
Your knife is like dull.
Yeah, Mr. G, didn't you have an issue with your sciatic nerve? If so, what are you doing for it? That was me with the issue with the sciatic nerve.
Wait.
And I'm supposed to do stretches.
I think that somebody else might have sent that to me because
Those were drops.
I got drops, and that's what I ordered was the Mullen leaf.
And these are the
extract.
tablet or capsules.
Hey, you're live.
Are we live then? Are
That's
we?
what it says.
Debbie K says, yep, Mullen is good.
Yeah, no, this is the one I ordered. I remember it because it had the dropper.
Yeah. Beverly says, Mullen is very good as a tea.
If I'd known they had capsules,
He
I would have
order
ordered the
that.
capsules because I really wasn't excited about the liquid.
Well, now you have
So
a
that's awesome.
Vivian says, let me know, G. I was just reading about it. He's pretty excited, you know. He showed me what they were saying about
I seen
it.
a TikTok. Like I was being like Mrs. G, and I was a TikToking, and I seen it on there. I thought, well, heck, this might be good.
I'm gonna follow
Maybe
it.
this is why she's always TikToking.
Well, so he ordered it, which I was pretty excited about.
Yeah, it was Cheryl that said this, wasn't it, baby? Because she said something about that.
Yeah, Cheryl,
The
the
attack.
attack.
Massive.
Oh no, this one here was from John Diller.
Schleicher.
He was telling me about a book, and he wanted us to read it by Kurt Schleicher. And John, I'm not big on books, but I tell you
I am.
what, I will do.
You aren't.
I'll have Mrs. G read it, and then when she's done, Bub loves books.
Yeah, Bub likes to read too.
Okay.
John Diller says, "Look like a great birthday party. I just checked in at the motel."
And thank you,
Awesome,
John.
that's
John.
right. He's going stargazing in the Keys.
This here's from Kimmy, and
This one does have a
I
name.
butcher your last name every time, sweetheart. Mrs. G's told me how to say it once before. Pethick? So don't hold it against me, please.
Do though.
Jane says, "I drink Mullen tea. It breaks up a cold and congestion."
That's what I was seeing.
3 Chevy says, "Will you guys ever get down here to Central Florida?"
I just don't know yet.
We're hoping, you know, especially with the yucky weather and everything. We actually thought we were going to be able to get in that area, but
Just so
load
sweet.
switched up
What
on
you know?
us.
I was telling before I even look at this. Feels like cloth, but so it kind of just reminded me. I was telling Mrs. G, I sure hope it ain't a whole bunch of ball slings because we were just talking about that the other day, and I don't know if that's appropriate for camera or not. But I'll model it.
Debbie K.
Somebody actually sent me, a couple ladies actually sent me messages and had the pictures of the underwear with the whole pockets and all that. And I said, "You get them, I'll model them." And I'm just joking. And then I said, "Wait a minute, I just stuck my foot in my mouth. I have to model some underwear."
I don't need that image in my
Hey,
head.
Squall. John Diller says,
Oh, those
Motel-
look really pretty on me.
in Homestead,
I think those are for me.
Florida, South Florida, traffic is wild and crazy.
They got tacos on them.
They do. Those are awesome.
Who said they're for you?
They're pink and they have tacos.
They did
on.
not say your
Guys
name
can wear
on the
pink.
package.
Okay, whatever.
Let me look. Hold
It says
on.
Trucker G, doesn't it? Oh no, it says Mrs. G.
No, it says
It says
Trucker
Mrs.
G right
G.
there.
Mary Johnson.
Well, I guess you can have them.
They're my taco socks. And I'm pretty excited. Sherry
She
says,
said you had me at tacos.
Sherry Paget says, Mrs. G sciatic nerve pain is a lack of city and mineral. Take alpha
Shitty and
lip acid caps. Took for a week. After tons of research, my sciatic pain went away. I actually damaged my sciatic nerve when I was a CNA, so that's the muscle gets inflamed right there, and it puts a lot of pressure on it.
All right, let's see what this is. A little package here. There's no name on it, so I don't know who it's from.
Careful, it could be bomb.
Get some. Says the sciatic nerve pain, if it runs diagonal across your back, really needs muscle relaxers to release the muscle compressing the nerve. Dealt with it for years. Mine actually, it goes like from my waist all the way down into my tippy toe on my right.
I ordered these. Off of that TV thing. I
okay.
think they're
Ball springs.
It was supposed to be that little one of those little guys that went on the bill.
But that's what you
But
ordered.
no, it's just the inserts for the smell good.
For the little guy that goes on the deal.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what that was. Richard Coffey says, when I see little G, I hear bounce, chicken, wow, wow, LL, sorry.
Oh, it's because of mustache. I got it.
The porn stash.
Cracking.
Juan Costello says, make tacos, not walls. Oh, okay.
Oh, and I know who said that.
The blood pressure, the manual blood pressure cuff with the stethoscope, and we appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much.
That will go on the road with us.
I was sent a private message on that, and so I'm not going to name the person that online because they did send me a private message. But thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it.
Michelle Brennan says, hey, G's, little G and G-Force. Jeremy Kaiser says, hello, G's and Road family. USA says, hi, everyone.
I know quite a few of you have sent stuff to the mail, and we haven't always opened them online. And I guess the biggest reason I was having a hard time with it because I don't know if you wanted to be named or mentioned or nothing like that, so we never had done it on a video here. But I thought from now on, if people are going to send us stuff, let's at least show it. If they want us to name them, then they can put their name on the package or in a card or something, and we just won't name the names. I know before that usually the only time we'd show something if somebody said, I want you to do it on live. I want you to do it on camera.
Deanna says, Mrs. G, what are you doing for it? G found me some stretches to do.
Yeah, I stretch her out.
Gross.
But that also helps. The stretches do help. We have Frank G. Trucks in the house. What? He said, oh, look, a video. I watch them when people watch mine.
Oh, I know what that's about. Yeah, Frank, I watched your video.
Beverly says, Mrs. G, that is what happened to mine. I don't know how to say that word, bub.
Frank, I watched your video, and I know you're going to say you want to know what I thought of it. I'm non-biased, brother. I mean, I don't have
cream on mine.
I don't have an opinion one way or another on it. I mean, I believe in the First Amendment, and everybody's right to have their own opinion and their own thoughts. And what else can I say?
We love you.
Yeah.
Crystal says, I'll be sending a package soon. Well, thank you, sweetheart. Bygone says, I recently started watching motivational doc.
Oh, that was loud.
On YouTube. Has a lot of short clips for holistic approaches to many things. And he is not trying to sell anything. He makes a lot of sense on everything.
Who is it? No, the doc.
That's what I'm looking at. Motivational doc.
Motivational doc. That kind of goes in line with what I'm about to open up right here. And like I said, it didn't have a name either.
Oh, yes, that's
But she sent us a message and told us who it was. And this is by Dr. Josh Axe. It's Ancient Remedies. So I'm kind of curious to see
Excited
what's
to read
on
that
there.
one, to see what's going on.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Maggie Ray says, glad to see you home with your son. Happy time. We got to see all the kids and all three of the grand boys.
That'll be for you because I don't read.
Huh?
I graced them with my presence.
But we did. We got to spend the weekend with the kids and the grand boys, and it was great.
$35
We got a big box here.
$107 for an oil change.
No name.
Michelle Brennan says, for little G's therapy. Thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute.
That means I go towards my therapy account, then you know. Send it there.
Wise old lady says, God bless. Ace of Hearts says, tell your daughter happy birthday for me. I definitely will, sweetheart. Joey says, I hope everyone has a great evening.
What?
Lori says, Are you all in bed opening gifts?
Yeah.
Jonathan Haiti says, we ain't talking political tonight, Frank.
Nay.
Oh, we have Miss Karen Napier. Thank you for the stars, sweetheart.
Karen,
Star
thank
salute.
you so much. Sir.
Crystal says, ooh, I've been eyeballing that book. Let me know if it's good. I was really excited when, you
It
know,
sounds interesting.
our what's it called? Our G-Force member sent us the message with it, and I'm really interested in seeing like all the different remedies that we can try that are, you know,
And this
organic.
is what's in the box. Ooh, it's caduceus.
Raymond says, hello, everybody. Well, hello. Sherry Padgett says, welcome, an encyclopedia of ancient remedies coming. I'm excited to see that one too. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, I know what this is.
Is it the sex swing?
No, it's not. Let me start off a little
Preface.
preface. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Let's start off a little preface. You know.
Sing it.
You always, if you're a truck driver and you're part of some of these trucking groups and you're around a lot of truck drivers, you always hear all the time about brokers this, brokers that. Brokers are just the devil, and
That's what everybody
there's
says.
a lot of bad stuff about brokers. But I'm going to tell you about the brokers that I use. Stacy and Terry with R14 are probably some of the
They're,
most
like,
amazing
freaking
people you'll ever meet.
awesome.
And Stacy called me on the phone. She goes, "G, got the greatest idea." She goes, "I watch your videos all the time."
She does.
Gee,
love
I tell
Stacey.
you what. Have you ever thought of putting a GoPro inside the trailer so you can
You watch the loading.
film them loading and unloading? And she was all excited. And I said, "Yeah, Stacy, that's kind of cool. I don't have a GoPro, but yeah, that'd be kind of cool." She goes, "You ain't got a GoPro. We'll fix that." Look what Stacy did. Stacy and Terry did. They went and got us a GoPro.
They did.
Not just a GoPro, all the
accessories to go with it.
Everything to go with it. I mean, this case is full of accessories. And Stacy don't do nothing. Stacy and Terry don't do nothing little.
No. Go big or go home.
Can't have a GoPro without a
An SD card.
SD card. Well, how you gonna get the SD card? Gotta have an SD card reader. So Stacy thought of it all, didn't she?
She did. She hooked us up.
Thank you so much, Stacy and
Thank
Terry.
you, guys.
With R14.
Pam says, little G, smile at us once in a while.
Cost extra.
You're going to get smacked.
How about I just smack her around?
Pebbles sent 1,000 stars. Thank you
Oh,
for the
thanks,
stars,
Sierra.
man.
Thank
Star
you.
salute.
It's a war crime if you smack me.
Maggie Ray says, it has excellent info and is life-changing. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that one. And then the one Sherry was talking about. Paul Lee says, was watching Taco Joe and Oreo this weekend at the border. Lots of activity down there.
Tacos.
Crystal says, my son is super medically complex, and I'm nervous about getting the books because sometimes they are way too overwhelming.
No, I understand that.
Maybe.
Somebody said something about the border. Don't get me riled up. I've got so much flack over that border thing, and all I did is try to help, give my insight.
No good deeds goes
And
unpunished.
If that's the thing with people, if you don't think exactly like the other person, they don't like you. Got to be just like me, otherwise you're no good. And that's the problem with this world. We can't agree to disagree at all.
Yeah, we can't be individuals. You know, just because we don't agree with what you're saying or you don't agree with what we're saying, that's completely fine. At the end of the day, we can put that aside because we're adults and get past that and continue to love one another and be friends.
You know, it doesn't matter what these politicians do, or what kind of bills are placed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter none of that. If we can't get along, we the people cannot get along. Doesn't matter what them politicians do. It really doesn't.
John Diller says, when people enrich my life, I try to return the favor. And we
Well, thank you,
appreciate
brother.
it, sweetheart.
And what I mean by it doesn't matter what them politicians do, they're going to keep doing what they do. Because they know we can't get together. The media has us so... We've been through this many times.
Drop it. I'm going to read the next two comments. And it's Mook. She's in the house and she says, can't let the haters get to you.
We don't like her.
Right after that, John Zahedi says, okay, enough about the border already. Stop. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Can't we all
says,
just get along?
Little G is so handsome. I am shocked he is with you all and not out with a bunch of ladies. Bubby he's a homebody. He is.
Who's gonna take care of Wishbone?
So it's a
Wishbone.
nice shirt, man.
It's one of the ones I received during
Come
the
here,
convoy.
my son.
People's convoy.
Mhm.
They have to see my son.
They have to see your son. Your son.
Come here, my
He's
son.
so cute.
Come here, my son.
Come here, Wishy.
He's
Come
not
here,
gonna like
Wishy
this.
Wishers.
He's not gonna be a fan of this.
He's like, oh no, Dad's picking me up. Dad's picking me up.
Ray said, enjoy your time with the family. This weekend. Don't get your blood pressure up, G. Try not to. Try not to.
Hello, my son.
Get down.
He
I got
said,
him.
he said, my dad's holding me. My dad's holding me. Wishbone is a hairball.
That's my son.
we
I let you down.
we vacuum the house,
Okay, Bob.
and it's like we can make a whole nother Wishbone with all the fur that's in the vacuum. But we love him. He's a sweetie.
Somebody want to know how's the fur babies? They're doing good.
They're doing great.
We kind of had to separate them all because they were getting way too rambunctious,
They get so
having a good
excited.
time, and they were just like bouncing off the walls, all four of them.
It's like Christmas when they get to see Wishbone, and like G said, they bounce off the
We
wall
let them do it for a while, but
to
now
run
it's
some
time to
energy.
mellow out.
And I gave them their baths, so they're all three nice and
couple hours
smelling
was
good.
long enough, wasn't it?
Yeah. Bill Belford Hill, thank you for the stars, hun. Star salute.
When I say a couple hours is long enough, if we don't stop TT and our mooch from egging TT on and vice versa,
Right now,
flap.
it's
TT
mud
will-
flap.
well, yeah, and TT will start overexerting herself.
Senior
Yeah,
flap.
she gets
She's like,
overheated. That's not good for her.
"Arr."
Not with bulldogs and her smushed face. It can cause a lot of problems.
She wants to play, she's just not able to play that much.
Well, Mooch was
Not like that.
Mooch was tuckered out. He was, laying flat
Mud flaps and Energizer Bunny.
with his junk on the floor, cooling off, and Mudflap's going over there and smacking him, and then smacking Wishbone, and then going and jumping on TT.
He reminds me of the little chihuahua that bounces over the big bulldog in the what is it?
It was like one of the
Warner Brothers cartoons.
Yeah.
One of the Warner Brothers, was it the Warner Brothers cartoons?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Back
It was
during
a-
Looney Tunes
It was
and all
a
that
big old
stuff.
bulldog. He used to walk around like this
yeah.
big
Donna
old
Bird,
buff
thank
guy.
you for the super chat, sweetheart.
Thank you, sweetheart. Super chat.
Oh,
Clap. Clap.
what she
Did
said.
clap. You already-
It's been a
I
while.
did a
Good to see you.
clap. This is a clap.
Okay, clap.
That's not a clap. That's,
That's
a
a
high
clap.
five.
Whatever. Michael says, geez, I'm a liberal, but I enjoy watching you all. I don't agree with every opinion y'all have, and you won't agree with mine. At the end of the day, I just like watching y'all.
I love you just as much as whether you're liberal or Republican. It doesn't matter to me. And it shouldn't have mattered to none
That's
of
a
us.
super chat.
That's a super chat. That's a cat.
Yeah, it has
Fox.
a little
samurai.
guy on there.
That's a samurai fox.
Beverly says, you do your behind the scenes, just keep doing what you do. We love you.
Sex, drugs, and rock
Jonathan
and roll,
Haney
got it.
says, smack him if he starts again. Mook says, we don't talk politics or religion, remember?
Yeah, I understand, baby. We're in different times.
John Diller says, the
Ophthalmologist.
No.
Oh.
Opinionated, mindless,
Oh.
displayed
By
by
those
those keyboard
keyboard
warriors
warriors.
drive me nuts.
I
Hey,
thought,
Jennifer Duck.
I thought you were going ophthalmologist.
No. Jeff Triggs, thank you for the stars, son. Star salute.
Thank you, brother. I gotta.
Michael
Somebody
says,
have me a drink, please.
hello
Yeah.
from PE. Oh, that scrolled up.
Pennsylvania?
No, she said PE.
I don't know where that is. Pakistan.
From PEI. We are in the middle of a blizzard, and I don't mean the
PEI.
DQ kind. That's what it says, PEI.
I mean, sure, topical again?
Michelle.
No, where's that, Michelle?
Michelle Priest. She's been with us for a long time.
PEI.
Prince Edward Island.
There
That's
you
what it is.
go.
Never mind, you don't have to write it, sweetheart. I had to think about it for a second.
Where's
I
that?
knew it. I could.
That's Maryland.
Canada.
Oh, I was way off.
I'm pretty sure.
Sweetheart,
There's a Prince
I
Edward
pray that
County or something
everything-
like that.
you guys don't lose power or anything like that, and you guys are all right and come out of it fine on the other side.
Hey, Canada.
Sorry, I didn't think about it quick enough.
We're
Michelle.
delayed.
I see she had time to write it out before I got it.
East Coast.
Ray says Foghorn
Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn.
and the Chicken Hawk. That one's cute
Yeah.
too.
But it's from the
It's
same
that
the
era.
same
People. The
production.
It was it Warner Brothers
I can't
or
remember.
was it Looney Tunes?
No, it's not Looney Tunes. It wasn't Looney Tunes. It was Warner Brothers, wasn't it, guys?
I don't
For like
know.
Foghorn Leghorn and Daffy Duck. And,
I bet you Frank
Those
knows.
Looney Tunes.
I think
No,
it might have
Daffy-
been.
Foghorn Leghorn was Looney Tunes. So then the little dog jumping over the
was Looney
bulldogs
Tunes.
is Looney Tunes also.
It was
I
not Tom and
couldn't
Jerry,
remember.
but I'm pretty sure it was Looney Tunes.
Tunes.
And Tom and Jerry was Warner Brothers.
Frank G.
I don't remember.
Looney
I'm
Tunes was
getting-
Warner Brothers 100%.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember Porky Pig. I think, at least.
I like Frank G.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it was.
because it had the big WB after he did his whole. Frank G. Chuck says
Warner
redfish season starts this week. I'll be in Florida if you need me.
Frank G. Truck confirmed.
DME
Warner
Peter says Muttley. Now Muttley's that dog that goes.
He's the one with dastardly, isn't
I
he?
can't do it now. It hurts.
He's that brown dog with the goggles on the top of his head, isn't he,
they
Muttley? Ace says Mudflap is Mr. G, but the smaller version, always being a pain in the butt.
TT's more like me.
She is
Just nice,
exactly
lay
like
back
him.
and don't mess with me. I was about to cuss.
Charlotte says, hello, have a blessed evening. You too, sweetheart. Darlene Chandler says, hello, my beautiful G's and little G.
Warner Brothers is the company that made Looney Tunes. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper Drinker.
So-
That makes sense.
Bob was right. Jack says, just got on. Are you a part of the border convoy? What will the truckers be doing?
I had no idea there was
That
no
is not a
truckers there to
topic
begin with.
tonight.
Hey,
It was what, 5, 6? No,
Hey.
hold on.
You can't get mad at him. He didn't know.
Well, I'm just reiterating. We're not discussing that topic tonight. Michelle says, wasn't it Spike?
Yes.
Was
The
it
dog,
Spike?
the,
No,
the
Spike
big dog
was-
was Spike.
The big dog was Spike.
No, there was
but
another-
that was
there
the
was
one
another
from Tom
dog.
and Jerry. Because he
GTS.
had a little puppy just like him, his little boy. That was Spike. The daddy was Spike, and then the little puppy. I don't know.
No,
I don't know what to
where are we going
do.
today, Spike? Where are we going today?
Maybe
It was Spike. Yeah.
I always thought it was Spike was the other one. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
Guys, we're going to get into the whole
We're
trucking
going.
thing, and
we're
we'll get
going-
it another day.
We're going down the rabbit hole with cartoons right
Just
now.
detox.
I used to know all this.
Marianne says, "Stop with your overcompensating white guilt comments with Julius."
Do what? Stop with your Hooper.
You got
I
white
spent
guilt.
a lot of time with Julius, and if you got a problem with that, that's your problem.
Julius is he's a cool
He's
guy.
pretty much family.
As a matter of fact, I might have to pick Julius's ear about helping us,
He
with
could
the
actually
GoPro.
teach on that GoPro.
Because he had this whole harness set up where he had it on his chest and everything, where he could walk hands free. And I should have paid attention more when we were around him.
Your white
Are
supremacist.
you? But I'd like to know are you racist? First thing you went to is racism because Julius is a black guy and I'm a white guy. What's it matter?
Michelle Priest says yes.
I love the guy, and he's showed nothing but love to me, and never once did I mention, hey, he's my black friend. I got a black friend. His name is Julius. No, it's like, hey, he's my brother from another mother. We spent a lot of time together. But your racist comment just kind of leads me to wonder what's going on in your life.
Michelle Priest says yes, because the little pup would say, "What up, Spike? What are we doing today?" Frank G. Truck says, it's none of my business what other people think of me.
She said boobies.
What was
Dr.
the
Pepper
guy?
Drinker said, "Boobies!" Tammy said, "Looney Tunes, the big dog protecting the little one."
Dr. Pepper
Oh,
Drinker says, what was the guy's name that fell off the fire truck? That was Dominic.
Yeah, Golden Chariot.
Golden Chariot.
Oh, I thought you were talking to cartoon or something.
No.
Bygone says
No, it was a real guy that
Julius
fell
is
off
a great
the-
guy. He is.
George says, Spike the Bulldog and Chester the Terrier.
Exactly.
So you're
I
right.
bet you he Googled that shit.
No.
He probably remembers
might
from when he
remember.
was a kid.
I'm just saying that's what I told you guys. GTS, Google that shit.
Randy says, keep it going, Triple G's. Indiana Steel Hauler, looking at you live. Keep on trucking.
Yeah.
Let's protect this border. All for one and all one for all.
I'm not at the border. Was never at the border. I'm at home. I'm here with my family.
Sherry Hayes says, what happened to we can agree to disagree and go on? The government has us dividing and won't stand the people. And we won't stand the people. Need to stand together as one. So evil, I worry about the children. Tammy says, have you seen the Giant of Thunder Mountain? Great one.
I don't think I've seen that.
No. Jeremy Kaiser says, stay safe, my friend. Just got home today. Almost got snowed in Wyoming. Well, I'm glad you made it home safely, sweetheart. You enjoy your home time.
Ace of Hearts says Mickey's a mouse. Donald was a duck. Pluto was the dog. What is Goofy? I thought Goofy was the dog too. I wasn't sure.
That's not the joke.
What?
What's the joke, Mother? Enlighten us.
I know a Goofy joke, but
that's the one I was
not what
thinking
he's
of.
saying.
What she's saying.
Pervert.
Debbie says, my cousin is a trucker. He backs the border movement, but when I asked if he was going, he said, is America going to pay me my bills while I'm gone?
And that's kind of what I was telling you guys. And a lot of people thought I was talking bad about the deal. No, I'm just going to say it again. A lot of people thought I was talking bad about the deal. What I was afraid of is truckers were going to get a
bad rap
because they didn't show up. And it has nothing to do with they care or don't care. It has to do with they can't afford to do it. I got hogtied because I come and spend time with my family.
Oh, that.
No, that's
Don't make no sense.
Oh. Christine says, good evening, Trucker G, Mrs. G, and Little G, and family.
Goofy
Be safe
horse.
out there. We love you both from southeastern Wisconsin.
Goofy was a horse?
Are you being
I
Goofy was a
didn't. Yeah, I
dog.
didn't know.
Yeah, I thought Goofy was the dog.
Gorge.
Michelle Brandon says, "LOL, I was gonna say Google it, Little G, but I didn't want to leave I was gonna Google it, but I didn't want to leave the live."
He wears a hat and drives a car. He can't be a dog. He wears a hat and drives a car.
I don't know. Debbie says,
Well, Tom and
You
Jerry
were
drive
100%
a car
Mr.
too.
G.
I've
That's
seen
a
them
cat
driving
and
the
a
cars,
mouse.
and they're a cat and a mouse.
Kenneth says, just
Goofy
wanted
is
to
a
see
cow.
how your blood pressure is
Goofy is a
doing.
cow, so-
I've been praying for you. Thank you, Kenneth.
Woman's a cow. I know that.
Yeah, she
That would
has the
make sense.
cowbell.
I don't remember what her name is. But her...
Either that or Goofy's in the inner
species
species relationships. I don't know. Maybe we were more open back when we were younger than we knew.
Crystal says, what's y'all
Maybe we were
favorite
ahead of our
show right
time, huh?
now? Right now, we are watching, I think it's the most recent season of Gold Rush.
We finished it up.
Okay,
You guys
I
have
fell
watched all the
asleep.
Gold
We gotta
shows.
find a new show. To be honest with you,
I like Gold Rush. We watched Gold Rush Whitewater. That one, I like that one. That one's a good one.
I like the one with Freddie and Juan. I don't remember what that one was
That's
called.
the,
Gold Rush.
it was the rescue one.
Oh,
The
yeah,
mine
yeah.
rescue. Roy Strong says, got on this late. I'm so glad you're home for a while. We are having a lot of needed rain. It rained quite a bit here today, or
Clarabelle,
last night.
That's it, Clarabelle.
Clarabelle, yes, that's her name, George. Clarabelle. That was Goofy's girlfriend.
Oh.
Ray says, good evening from Central Texas, Trucker G and family.
Somebody asked what the name of someone was. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Mook says, we had birthday festivities. We did. Laylee had no clue. Which I love it. Michelle says, oh, hogtied, kinky. Where'd that
That
come
was more
from?
like they were trying to lynch before it. I just used the wrong
you
choice
said
of words.
hogtied?
I did.
Apparently I wasn't listening to you. Chrissy says, new subby from North Carolina. Well, welcome to the G-Force.
This is kind of decompression subject.
And the conversation is going to kind of go wherever.
Nothing too tense.
Mook says,
It could get probably a little racy. That's
it
about
can get
it.
a lot racy
Not
sometimes.
racist, racy.
Racy. Mook says, it's Maribel. That's the cow. No, it was Clarabelle. That was the cow.
Clarabelle's a clown.
What? What clown?
I never heard of a Clarabelle clown.
Hey, thinking.
I've heard
I'm
of
thinking from the Howdy Do show.
Oh, I never watched Howdy Doody.
Goofy is a dog according to Google.
Let's see, I thought Goofy was a dog.
So was Clarabelle? And now I'm starting to second
was
guess
a
myself.
cow.
Who was Clarabelle in the Howdy Doody?
I don't know about that.
That I don't know.
I'm
I
asking
didn't watch that.
everybody here.
I bet you, one of
John
our
Diller
G-Force
can tell me.
members. Michelle Tyler says 13 weeks till large cars and guitars. That's the date. We have a date to go ride that big old shopping cart. You, me, your mom, Lori, and Christy's gonna join us
Trina
too.
said I googled it. Goofy was a dog.
So I thought.
Claire Miller, she confirmed it. Clarabelle was a clown.
See, yeah.
I was pretty positive, but I was about 95%, but there was still that little bit of me think, wait, am I wrong? I messed up when I said, I might have messed up when I said Goofy was a dog, but I was pretty sure, and I didn't know about the Warner Brothers Looney Tune. I forgot about that. I'm pretty sure dementia's starting to set in with me. It's getting worse and worse, it seems like.
Dorna says, yes, Goofy was a dog. Jennifer Duck says that was way before my time.
You lie.
She said
you lie.
She said you old. Eddie says, how did you like the honey drinks? Sounded very interesting. I really liked the honey drinks. I like the natural sweetener of the honey in them, as opposed to, whatever they usually put to sweeten them in there.
Yeah.
I just want to preface this
Vivos
by saying I
Picks.
didn't try it.
Vivos Picks says, the only Clarabelle I know is the one behind Annie that Thomas the Train pulls. See, I never did get to watch any Thomas the Train. You didn't
It's
you?
raining.
No,
I thought
didn't.
maybe you watched it with Mason or something.
No, not Thomas. He wasn't into Thomas the Train.
Yeah. No, he liked Bob the Builder, didn't he?
Yeah, he liked Bob the Builder.
Can we build?
Mason's
Yes, we can.
our nephew. He's what? Probably about
3 years younger than me.
3 years younger
So
than
he's
Bob.
22.
And I watched him when he was itty bitty.
And I wasn't able to get into
Till
a
he
lot
got
of the
bigger.
cartoons that the kids were in because I was out on the road all the time. Very seldom. did I get to see
Lately,
it. Lately, I got to see the cartoons when she was little.
yeah.
We watched Pawn Stars together. That's our show.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
By that, American Pickers,
That and
Counting Cars.
the wife swap.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the one you guys watched when I worked all
Yeah.
together.
Me and the kids
four
would
of you
watch
guys.
wife swap, and we were talking about getting rid of Mrs. G.
Yes, they wanted me to go on that darn show.
No, they just wanted to see how I would interact.
Yeah,
on the
they
show.
wanted me to go so that the new wife would come and then you could see the cameras.
The
could
kids
see
are
me
always like,
crazy.
You wouldn't put up with that, would you? They wouldn't even say, would you? There's no way you would put up with that.
Jackie says, love y'all. Tennessee girl here. Surprised y'all are not watching Biden live in Vegas, LMAO.
Oh, am I missing that? Love you guys. I got some.
Yeah.
Right.
KA says, y'all lost me. I never liked cartoons.
I was never big on
cartoons.
them either, but I was more big on them when the kids were. I guess when I was real little, maybe. Like I said a few, Foghorn Leghorn, I liked him. I liked to watch that little puppy jump over the big puppy. But as far as really getting into cartoons now, I don't think I was either.
My dad used to watch, Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote with me.
Eric and Pam, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Love you.
And then he'd watch those cartoons with me, and then I'd get to watch Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and watch all the...
Yeah, I could do some Elvira.
It's because Dad had a big old thing for Elvira. But I used to like watching the
I
short
didn't like
little
what would
movies.
come after she got done talking. I didn't like none of them shows that come
I'll
after.
tell you what, Elvira still look good to this day. Have you seen her lately?
I don't know what
She
her
looks
face
the
looks like,
same.
to be honest with you.
She looks the same. Have you never seen her with that?
You mean she's got a face?
She's got a face, and she's not. She don't have black hair. Good lord.
She's got hair?
I don't think she does.
I never seen no hair.
Tamara says Clarabelle is also a cow with Disney. I googled it. Mook says I like to watch
That's what
Bluey
Lily
with
was saying.
Wade. I liked Bluey. I watched that with the Grand Boys. Bluey, Paw Patrol.
Eric, I like Pepe Le Pew too.
Yeah, him and the cat, the girl
He
cat.
was a ladies' man.
He thought he was a ladies' man.
He was.
Scooby's the best.
You want to know who my favorite character was? The wolf. The country wolf and the city wolf. That was one of my favorite cartoon segments. Country wolf and city wolf.
You'll have to Google it. It's cute.
Yeah.
Jen says, "What up, family? Hey, bub."
I don't know how to pronounce
Matt
it.
says he swallows.
What?
That's what he
Matt,
said.
he's waiting for me to read that.
Oh.
Robert says, "The new wife would make it, nor would the new family for Mrs. G." LOL.
Who's
Trina says, "Scooby was cool. Scooby and Shaggy
what's
passing the doobie."
Whoa.
Every time they got out of the van, smoke
They
came
weren't
out.
smoking the dude.
Yes, they was.
And they were always,
No.
the reason they always got in trouble is because they were always looking for food.
Innocent till proven guilty.
Whatever, they were stoners.
You can't prove that.
KA says, I was outside and my dad would put us to work if we were sitting around the house.
What's chili? Okay.
Around my house, the one word you don't use, the two words you don't
Jillian.
use is I'm bored.
No, that's not a
Hey,
word.
son, are you bored?
Nope.
I've got a car now, though. I'll just drive away.
My kids, they learned really quick that they were never bored.
Jackie says the worst cartoon ever, in my opinion, was Barney. Okay, when Barney came out, Laylee was little, and G's mom said that she had bought Laylee a Barney.
Barney's creepy.
But G got super excited. He's like, Barney from the Flintstones.
Yeah, that's what
She
I thought
goes,
it was.
no, it's Barney the purple dinosaur.
What the hell's a purple dinosaur bar?
Laylee used to she loved Barney.
I got her into the Flintstones, though, didn't I? Once she got that Pebbles doll from Nanny, she was
hooked.
hooked.
Cody says, my favorite was Yosemite Sam. I liked him.
I like Yosemite. I'm not right this
Your brother.
No.
Yes.
I don't care what his opinions are.
Steak says 666. Okay.
Carol Ann says...
What's on your mind, Steak?
Oh.
Sex, obviously.
Obviously. Carol Ann says Tom and Jerry. Yeah, Tom and Jerry were good. I liked
Oh,
watching
because
them.
they
The
started
old
off with do you all like having C?
Do you like having C? Sex. Okay, then.
Robert says, I love
Okay.
you. I love me. We are one happy family. That's Barney.
Meet.
I love you. Oh, good Lord.
Meet.
Jane says Bugs Bunny is where it's at.
No, obviously, meet.
What I like to know is Steak. I'm trying to understand, is Steak coming onto us or what?
Yes.
I don't know.
They're not swingers that I know of.
He said, I love Tom and Jerry. It's one of my faves.
Meet.
Right on.
Julie says the sheepdog and the wolf. They would clock in and out every day. That one was cute too. You remember that one?
Yeah.
The
That
Roadrunner's-
was a good one.
The Roadrunner's iconic.
Yes, the Roadrunner and
He's a sports car now.
Wile E. Coyote.
American Muscle.
Becky Hodges says, anyone remember Baby Huey?
No.
I remember Baby Huey.
All right. One of my all-time favorites. I'm bringing home a baby. Hold on, I gotta get it right.
Gotta do it right.
I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mama be so proud of me? I used to do it better. I can't do it now. I used to be spot on in it. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. I can't do it. I don't have the breath for it anymore.
Steak says, who's the guy in the red shirt? This is our son, Little G. Jen says, Steak just started his YouTube account 5 days ago. I'd say he's a troll. Well, until he breaks the rules, you
So
know
far,
how we
he
roll.
hasn't stepped out of line. Or she, whoever.
Debbie says, I had to work the late shift for a week one time. I came home to laughter. My husband and kids were watching Beavis and Butthead. Yep, I wasn't happy.
Mrs. G's a Beavis Butthead fan.
Yes, I was a big Beavis and Butthead fan. They used to make me laugh.
You can't probably do it with the shirt. That's probably not appropriate.
Don't do it. Don't. You're
Oh, she
don't.
did that. Let her do it.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
You're an idiot.
I used to be able to do that better. No, I'm an idiot, but you're asking me to do it again so you can laugh. Jillian says,
And you didn't do it like you used to.
no, the Little Rascals. I like the Little Rascals.
You talk about the actual show, The Little Rascals, right? No cartoon things. Did they make a
I don't
cartoon
think
of
they
it?
made a cartoon
Okay, because
of
I
the
like the original Little Rascals.
Lori says HR Puffin Stuff. I never
Yeah,
watched
I remember HR
Puffin
Puffin stuff. That was a stoner cartoon or a show. Also, I was going to say cartoon. It wasn't the cartoon. It was the actual.
Michelle Brandon says, "Hey, don't hate on my Scooby Stoners." Alan says Alf was cool years ago. I liked
Yeah, it was
Alf.
good. I watched Alf.
Lori says
Back in the 80s.
everyone hate. Guess I'll go eat worms, big fat ones. Oh look how they squirm. LOL.
Who said that?
Lori Allen. That must be off of a
It
show.
It is, but I don't remember that.
Andrew says, "Hi, Trucker G. How you doing?
How do you friend
How you
worms?
doing?
How do you fried worms?
Is that what it is?
I don't know. Oh, Robert, Pinky in the Brain. I liked Pinky in the Brain. What are we doing tonight, Brain? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Michelle Benny says, telling my age, Cecil, the sick sea serpent.
I think I know what you're talking about, and it's not. It's vaguely. I'm not there yet.
Tammy says, Cheech and Chong. Jane
Jamina
says,
says Fat Albert. Hey, it's Fat Albert. I used to be able to do that too, but I can't even do it without it really hurting my throat.
Jane says, Mighty Mouse. Mook's coming in with Teletubbies. Teletubbies was dumb too, just like Barney. Carol says, Felix the Cat. Crystal says, I was obsessed with lamb chop. I wasn't big on lamb chop.
TT likes lamb chop.
She does.
Which one like lamb chop?
TT and Wishbone had a fight over lamb
They got
chop.
their own. Yeah, they got a lamb chop, and they.
Wishbone came over. He picked up TT's lamb chop, and this was when TT was smaller.
TT wasn't even playing with it.
No,
TT was not playing with the toy.
No, he walked off with it. He picked it up and walked off with it, and TT realized he picked her toy up and walked off with it.
Forklift Freddy said, "The Pink Panther." Da-da.
I like the Pink Panther.
Da-da, 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 da-da.
Was it Snagglepuss that said, "Exit, stage left"?
Stage left.
Carol says Tweety Bird.
Do you guys watch WWE sometimes? They don't, but I do.
Back when I was a kid, there was no WWE.
It was WWF.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And they
They didn't have no Stone Cold Steve Austin.
They had the Bushwhacker twin.
Yeah, the Bushwhackers.
Bushwhackers were a little later on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm talking about
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jimmy Snuka, or
Jimmy
Superfly
Snuka.
Snuka, and back during Ric Flair. Ric Flair wasn't WWE.
WCW.
He was, another one I couldn't remember.
WCW.
Yeah, it's been so long ago.
Cindy Chastain said hi, geez. John Diller says the sheepdog and the wolf. At the beginning and the end of cartoon, they would punch
Clock
a
out.
time clock.
Yeah.
Kelly says the Simpsons are my favorite cartoon now. We haven't watched
Eric
the
says
Simpsons in forever.
Pam likes
Still going.
VeggieTales.
VeggieTales.
I never got
The
into
kids
it.
never got into it. I did see preview, ads for VeggieTales, but they never got into
Julian
that.
says Alvy and the Chipmunks. Alvin
Alvin.
and the Chipmunks. Yeah, that was always a good one.
Barbara
Hey,
said,
boom, boom.
"Go Speed Racer." I
Go
never
Speed
watched that
Racer.
one.
Go Speed Racer. Go.
Ace says Yogi Bear and Boo Boo. Mark says, Trucker G, what do you need to get a trucker convoy regards to rates? That's it's not a topic we're going to address tonight when it comes
And
to anything
you'll
like
have
that.
to elaborate more what you mean. I'm not understanding what you mean.
Michelle Brandon said Ren and Stimpy. Me and Crystal watched Ren and
That
Stimpy.
show's
You
Yeah,
hated it.
I was working.
Amy says, I like the Smurfs. Tammy said, Elmer Fudd. Shh, I'm hunting wabbits. Dennis said, Fat Albert and the Gang. Ellen said, Captain Kangaroo. Amy says, My Little Pony. I like
Glenn Moore,
My Little
Gorgeous
Pony.
George. And I think I know exactly what you're talking about, but that's been so long since I've seen that.
Oh, I thought it was a wrestler there for a
I'm
second.
pretty sure it is a wrestler too.
And I think it is.
No, it is. And I know what she's talking about. I was thinking of a cartoon character at first, but now that you said Gorgeous George on wrestling, I know exactly who you're talking about. What was the one guy's name that we used to... that was Gorgeous George. Had the green stuff in his mouth. And
I remember the name, but I don't remember ever watching.
Gorgeous George wrestler.
Jillian says George of the
I
Jungle.
think you're thinking of a different wrestler. with
I
a
think
green
I
strip.
am. Yeah, I'm thinking of it to somebody else. Yeah, so I don't know Gorgeous George. What was that one guy's
Lucy
name?
said Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
There's been a lot of people that use a green spit nowadays, so I don't know.
Do they really?
Mhm.
John Diller said Marvin Martian. I like Marvin Martian. Doreen says, where does the saying...
George the Animal Steel is who I was thinking of.
Doreen has a good question. Where does the saying you guys say often come from? Red Rider, your mouth, your
Red
mouth.
Rider, your mouth, your mouth. That is off the movie
Sorry, no tortillas. Blood in, blood out.
Blood In, Blood Out.
Big Al.
Sorry, we have no tortillas. It's a prison movie. It's set back in the 70s.
Mhm.
You know, about prison gangs and stuff.
Yeah.
What really we like about the movie is there was actually only like maybe 10 or 15 actual actors in the movie.
And you can
During
see
the prison scene,
scenes.
actually during the prison scenes, I think there was 5 actors.
Mhm. And I mean, they're like in the lunchroom, and it's all prisoners.
And it took place in San Quentin.
That was back when Danny Trejo was still first starting out.
Yeah, Danny Trejo was in it.
Yeah.
Who else that I can think of?
What's the lead guy's name?
Oh,
Paco.
Paco. Benjamin Pratt.
Benjamin Pratt.
It was one of Benjamin Pratt's first movies. He played Paco in it. And
Meatloaf?
yeah, they show the lunchroom scene, and there's one table where the majority of them sitting at the table are actual prisoners. There's only a couple actors in that area. But yeah, that's what it's from. Blood In, Blood Out.
Debbie Nelson, to answer your question, that would be Wimpy.
What?
Who said, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Wimpy. Of Popeye.
I know.
Just saw Soldier with Kurt Russell. I don't know if I've seen that
Never
one,
seen it.
Jillian. I don't think I have.
Crystal said, I had pet rats named Pinky and the Brain.
Ray said Marvin Martian and the P-138 Annihilator. I like Marvin.
Corey says Cookie Monster and Big Bird. I used to like watching Sesame Street too.
That's not old.
I like the count. Sherry
I always liked Oz because that's the only one I really liked.
the Grouch. Sherry says, my name come from Sherry Lewis. Roy says, Saturday morning was our cartoon time, but when the football games come on, Dad took over the TV. We liked Johnny Quest.
I don't know that.
Tammy says, Inspector Gadget. Jennifer Duck said, Maxwell Smart.
That's Inspector Gadget.
Robert says,
It's Inspector Gadget.
Addams Family. Oh, I liked the Addams Family too.
Good job.
That's how I used to teach driving truck. I teach the Addams Family to teach these guys how to shift.
You just did a video on that recently.
No, we didn't.
That was the air brakes.
We did a video on
Oh,
air
okay.
brakes. No, on shifting, that's how I would teach. I would teach by teaching the Addams Family song. And that, because when you shift a truck, you have to shift in a rhythm. And that rhythm is shift, 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 shift.
Dr. Pepper Drinker, my favorite Sesame Street character was the Count. Laura says, favorite actor for all G's and actress. G likes Selma Hayek.
I've got quite a few favorite actors, to be honest with you.
Depends on
Denzel
what
Washington
genre.
is one of my favorites nowadays. Denzel's
He's
got
a
some
good actor.
badass movies, to be honest with you.
All right.
Liam Neeson.
All right.
That's one of Mom's.
Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
I know there's
There's a lot of great
there's a lot of
actors
good
and
actors.
actresses. Tammy says 3-hour tour. Loved Gilligan's Island. Who was your favorite? Was
Marianne.
it okay? Ginger or Marianne is the debate.
Marianne, hands down. Ginger was a hoe.
Whoa.
Well, maybe I do like Ginger. Maybe I changed my mind now.
Karen.
Are you talking about for her night or to marry?
Karen C says I couldn't stand Mr. Magoo when I was a kid.
Cody Harrell says be a lot cooler if you did. I guess I don't understand.
What you call off of
Dazed
Dazed and
and
Confused?
Oh, gotcha.
Check you later. Tom Hale says hello, G's and everyone else. Hey, sweethearts. Robert says Marianne. Lesko says Selma is nice actress. Fantasy list Big G.
I like Selma,
He really likes Selma.
but it's not for her acting. That's for sure.
Jennifer Duck says The Three Stooges. I liked The Three Stooges. They're funny. John Diller says P-138
The Annihilator.
Ilium Space Modulator is how I remember Marvin's blaster cannon.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember how that went.
Tammy says Skipper. Laura says Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott is a very good actor. I like him in a lot of movies.
Maybe. Stop lying to your or my nephew.
Moog says, I told Wade Danny Trejo is my grandpa and he believed me.
Randy said, I saw a picture of Ginger on the National Enquirer yesterday. That's the emoji. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? So I can go either way. It's like, oh my God, she got that old. Or, oh my God, man, she's held good.
I think she's that old.
Now you got me curious.
Julian says, double tap Zombieland.
Recent picture of
I like
Ginger
the
from the
first one.
Gilligan's Island. Well, of course they're not going to give me a recent. Oh, I think I just seen. Oh,
Tammy says R2D2.
oh my.
Dark Shadows, Sherry says.
Oh my.
Oh, that's not a good look for her.
No.
No.
She reminds me of.
I want to remember her the way she was.
I'll just leave it at that.
Debbie says, Mrs. Beasley, love it. Who's Mrs. Beasley?
I know that too.
I remember you.
Mrs. Beasley.
Randy says, wow, she's looking pretty rough, but she's old. Let's Go says, Sam Elliott kept it real in The Big Lebowski.
Buffy and Jody and Mrs. Beasley.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
I never watched that.
Yeah. It wasn't one of my favorite shows.
Carol Ann says, Happy Days.
Actually, I did
Happy
watch
Days
that,
was
though.
good. I liked Happy Days.
I did watch that when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember Frenchie. I just looked at a picture. Wasn't that the butler's name, Frenchie, or something like that?
Carol Ann says, Family Affair.
Family Affair?
Amanda says, the wrestler Undertaker was from Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, see, I stopped watching wrestling by the time guys like that came into
The
the...
Undertaker's one of the greatest wrestlers there is.
Mook says, Charlie Hunnam from what'd you call
Sons
it?
of Anarchy.
SOA. Yep. Charlie Hunnam. He's a cutie. Debbie says, everybody had dolls of Mrs. Beasley.
I didn't.
Kamina says, Green Acres.
Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me.
Randy says, that was it, Mr. French.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I did watch that.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Ace says, my
The
mom...
Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
I like Alice off the Brady Bunch. Ace says, my mom got my first name off a soap opera from the earlier 70s. Michelle says...
Earlier 70s soap operas. It's kind of reminds me of my mom. My mom was in labor with me.
Her
Days of Our Lives is playing.
That was her soap.
Her water's done broke. It's her mom's telling her, "Hey, we got to get you to the hospital." Not until this episode's over. So that might be why I'm a little brain damaged now.
She's still watching Days of Our Lives when I was growing up. And what was the other one? Days of Our Lives and Young
and the Restless.
She watched Days of Our Lives and As the World Turns, I believe.
Yeah, but when the kids were younger, it was Days of Our Lives and As the World Turns.
I thought it was Young and the Restless.
Or sorry, Young and the Restless.
When I was a kid, it was Days of Our Lives, As the World Turns, and then at night it was Falcon Crest. Once a week.
My mom liked Dallas.
And I was going to say in Dallas.
Who Shot JR?
And she was more into Falcon Crest than she was Days of Her Life.
My mom watched both. They were just nighttime soap operas. Jennifer Duck says, that's a good show. Days of Our Lives. Tammy says, Little House on the Prairie. That's
where Mandy lives.
The sad thing is, back in the day, I could probably tell you what was going to happen the next day on Days of Our Lives, because that's... you had one TV in the house, maybe two if you had money, and... when you're a little kid. Nowadays, the little kids run the TV. It's, let's put cartoons on and keep them busy. No, when I was growing up, you watch what I watch, or you don't watch. Take your ass outside and go play. Why do you think when we were growing up, we always had to go outside and play? Because we wouldn't keep our damn mouths shut while Mom was watching TV. Get outside and go play. And same thing when Dad was home. Go play. Dad, it's midnight. I don't go to bed then.
Jen says,
what are you doing up at midnight?
OMG, my mom still watches The Young and the Restless.
That was the one to marry. Dynasty.
Oh, yeah.
Dynasty.
Mom watched Dynasty too.
And it wasn't Falcon Crest that Mom watched, it was Dynasty.
They try to bring Dynasty back with the newer generation. I watched a couple episodes. No.
Laura Allen, I didn't watch the Porter Wagner show. You want to know what show that I watched that was really way before my time, but I really enjoyed it? I watched it quite a bit as a kid. Was, just roll up. Good night, Gracie. Burns and Allen.
George Burns.
The Burns and Allen show.
I liked George Burns. He was funny. And Bob Hope.
And I watched a lot of, what was his name? Mickey Rooney. A lot of the old Mickey Rooney movies.
Jillian says,
I like All in the Family, too.
Dumb Love Boat. Yes, All in the
The Love Boat.
Captain
Soon
Stupid.
we'll be making another run. The Love Boat. Promise excitement for everyone.
Mook says, "Hey, I watched the new Dynasty and I like it." LOL.
You watch
MASH. Somebody said MASH.
shows.
I've watched every single episode of MASH.
Yeah, we
I don't
know
know
you did.
how many times.
We know.
And the kids had to watch it too, or they had to just
That and
go
Seinfeld.
play.
Debbie says we were sent outside too. At least we had water sports and Kool-Aid.
A lot of people don't know, and a lot of you might know. MASH actually had words about suicide.
Yeah, and their theme. Eric says Barney Miller show.
I was never big on Barney Miller, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dennis says Fantasy Island.
I was more into what was that other
I like
one?
Fantasy Island.
Horseshack and well, they had Horseshack in it.
Help him out, guys. Help him out.
I just now went blank. Mark, I like the Dukes Hazzard too.
Yep, Dukes of Hazzard.
What was that?
Bo and Luke Duke.
And yes, I liked Hee Haw a lot.
Jennifer Duck.
Tammy, boss, the plane, the plane. The plane, boss, the plane.
He's a little midget.
Fantasy
guy.
Island.
We're tracking because it's on. That's my boy. He gets
Welcome back,
tattooed on
Cotter.
that.
Thank you. And we talk about it all the time. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I went blank.
Jennifer Duck says Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
I remember that. I wasn't really big on that one, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Missy Davis says, bet you could turn Days of Our Lives on today and Victor would
Catch
still
right
be
up.
around stirring
Is
that
he still
trouble.
around? Victor Kiriakis.
Oh my god.
Was
I
his
know
name?
who he is. It didn't matter if you let years lapse between the time you last watched it and turning on the show again, you could catch right back.
When I was a kid, it was Bo and Hope.
Bo and Hope, yeah.
Was that right?
Yep.
When she said Kiriakis, it just started flashing in my head. I'm having flashbacks. Mom, shut up. Shut up. I think I'm starting to
Twitch.
Yeah, Okay, Mom.
Cheryl says Rolling and Martin laughing show.
Rowan and Martin.
Yeah.
JB, I think it was. I scrolled up. Michael JB says Chips.
Chips was good.
Yeah, I actually went to a few of their movie sets. They actually, anytime you'd watch Ponch and John, there's some of their scenes where they went to the racetrack and then Ponch was racing, or yeah, it was Ponch racing, I believe. But anyway, they showed him on the racetrack on a few of the episodes. That was filmed at Ascot. My dad used to race there.
So when he did figure eights.
Yeah, he did figure eight and stock oval, and
Ellen said Laverne and Shirley. I liked
Laverne and Shirley.
Squiggy and Lenny, they were kind of a little weird.
Bonanza.
Lisa says, we have to watch Hee Haw. That was my dad's favorite show.
Ace of Hearts says, Mr. Ed, a horse is a horse, of course. Nobody can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed. I lost my breath.
Debbie says, this is possibly as much fun
Hello,
as Jeopardy.
Wilbur.
I never watched that.
I think I've
Luann
seen every
says,
episode.
Victor and Stefano actually died, so they wrote them off. Oh, they are
Okay.
dead.
And I forgot about Stefano.
I did too. Stefano
Stefano
Demera.
Demera. Is it Demera? I was close.
Michelle Tyler says, as a kid, I remember watching Hee Haw with my grandparents.
Hold on, Freddie's got one of my favorites.
Oh,
Happy Days.
yes. Someone said Happy Days already.
I was a
The
big
Fonz.
Fonz fan. I used to slick my hair back like Fonz. And, hey.
I'm just staring at shit for me.
Good evening, Joel.
Then you look at Henry Winkler now and you think, he was never the Fonz.
He couldn't have been cool enough to be the Fonz.
No.
Looking at him now.
It's like an old grip.
Tracy says, Mork and Mindy.
Tammy says Hutch.
Nano,
You mean
Nano.
Starsky and Hutch? Or was there another one? Oh, might be drawing a blank. I like Mork and Mindy. Spin-off of Happy Days.
Mary Penner says, I watched Melrose Place and loved the show. Yeah, that was back when Beverly Hills 90210 was around. Pamela says, Laugh-In Show.
George says F Troop. I watched a few episodes of that. Robert says American Hero, the Great American Hero, is what I think what he's referring to.
Pamela says, I Dream of Jeannie. Yes. I liked I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, we know. Michelle Tyler says Bo and Luke Duke / Dukes of Hazzard.
Green Acres and Petticoat Junction.
Petticoat Junction.
Petticoat Junction.
Patricia says I Love Lucy. Michelle Brandon says Guiding Light was my mom's show. And you were either like one or the other. You had two big picks.
Eric says Gunsmoke. I had a crush on Miss Kitty. I'm a big Gunsmoke fan, Eric. I watched all the episodes on TV, and yeah, Kitty was kind of hot. But I still listen to it in the truck every once. I'll even listen to ones that I've listened to
the other day.
I put Gunsmoke on, and Miss G's like,
we know.
Mark says Three's Company. Yeah, I like Three's Company.
Come and knock on my door.
They're funny.
We've been waiting for you.
Kelly Sanford said, good night, G's. I have to get up in 6 hours for work. Thank you for the live stream tonight. Good night,
Good night, sweetheart. I got it for you. Vivian just said it. Kiss my grits.
Oh, Mel's Diner.
Blow.
She was a sassy one. I liked her. Julian
Matt
says
Dillon, yeah.
Ghost and Mrs. Murr.
I've heard of that one. I never watched that one.
Roy says Ozzie and Harriet.
Never watched Ozzie and Harriet. I've seen a few episodes, but I never got into it.
Lori says Chico and the Man.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't watch a lot of Chico and the Man either, but I remember what you're talking about.
Michelle Brandon says BJ and the Bear.
That was another one of my favorites. David said Hogan's Heroes.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, no. Hogan's Heroes.
Oh,
Kamina says
25.
Sanford
I
and
see
Son.
nothing. I see nothing. That's what Schultz. What the Schultz guys? What's that?
Kamina says Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son was one of my favorites.
Was the one he'd be like, I'm coming home.
No, we know.
What's the thing that he used to do?
I'm coming to see you, Elizabeth.
That's what it was when he pretended to be dying. Archie Bunker, Eric says. Archie Bunker and Edith were funny.
Jennifer Dyke said Junior don't know that one.
I don't know a lot.
No.
Three Stooges. I was a big Three Stooges fan. I like Three Stooges.
Larry Moe and Curly.
Jefferson's Lori. Yeah,
Shit.
Jefferson's was a spinoff of All in the Family. And yeah, it was a great one. Mathematics at Sha-na-na. Bowser.
Sha-na-na. I remember that. I like Sha-na-na. Ace of Hearts says Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman. But wasn't much on watching the show itself. I didn't really realize they had a plot, but boy, she looked good
He was
in that suit.
all
didn't
about
she?
watching the outfits for a wardrobe malfunction.
Let's Go says Silver Spoons. Yeah, I watched Silver Spoons too.
Dennis says Rifleman.
Debbie says Meathead.
Tammy says Roy Rogers and Trigger.
I didn't watch a lot of Roy Rogers and Trigger. I caught a few of their episodes.
Michelle Bentley says, do you know the grandsons of the Stooges actually have a YouTube channel? Did not know that. Randy D says Bewitched. I liked Bewitched. Samantha she was cool beans.
Julian said $6 Million Man.
Sherry says that's why my dad watched Wonder Woman.
What's happening with Shirley Rerun and Raj? Yeah, I watched
Rerun
that.
was
Salvador.
funny.
Salvador, I watched that. I always wanted to be able to dance like Rerun, but I couldn't do it.
For
He could get
a
down.
chunky guy, he could get down. Semi Country says The Flying Nun.
Sally
Fields.
Don't know any of this.
I knew what it was right away. Then it went from Sally Frog because she was in Bandit, and that was her name.
Pamela says Sonny and Cher.
I
watched a little bit of
She
Sonny
was in
and
Smokey
Cher.
and the Bandit.
Trina says The Hulk. Lou Ferrigno.
I used to like the Hulk.
Kathy says The Waltons. Good night, John Boy.
That's a wholesome show. I watched probably every episode of that when I was a kid.
Beverly says All in the Family is the all-time top watched over the years. My dad got to calling my mom Dingbat lovingly.
I wish we could go back to them days where, you know, you could just laugh at
People didn't get so
at racism. I mean,
butthurt.
no, what you call it? I don't think what you call it. Archie didn't really even know he was being racist, and that's what made it funny. And George Jefferson just come right back at him,
Honky.
and they would go back and forth and back and forth. And what would we do? We would laugh, and everybody would laugh
because they didn't let it
I
hurt
didn't care
each other.
Yeah, it didn't matter what
didn't
color you
hurt.
were. You'd watch it, and you would laugh.
That's because, like I just said, you know, they would say something back to each other, and it didn't bother them. They didn't sit there and they weren't completely crushed by the fact that, you know, George Jefferson just called him a cracker or a honky or whatever.
That's racist, Mom.
But it was
But
funny.
it was true. You would laugh, and they were still really good friends and neighbors.
That's racist.
I really liked Lionel.
Jefferson.
Yeah, Lionel Jefferson, because he would just really outsmart Archie.
That wasn't
He
too
was,
hard.
he was just wittier than he was. I liked his everything he said was like sarcasm.
Matt says, I used to watch Big Comfy Couch and Bananas and Pajamas and the Flintstones and Tom and Jerry and Banana Splits late at night. Dennis says Dark Shadows. I used to kind of watch that.
one. Carmina said respect is why.
Yeah,
And I believe you're probably right.
there's no way that they would put that on TV anymore.
Salvatore says Kung Fu with David Carradine. You know, I started off not liking that when I was a kid. And then you only got 3 channels when I was a kid. We had 3 channels, and 2 of them didn't work half the time. And Kung Fu came on, and I got to like it. Young grasshopper.
Beverly says, amen. That show did more unify our country than any of them.
We just need to go back to them days where we can let things just roll off our shoulder. We can agree to disagree. Didn't always have to like each other, but
and
we had to love each other.
Panties in a bunch.
You know, as much as Archie went back and forth with George, you notice they were still neighbors.
Yeah.
And they still went to each. Well, Jefferson's always came to Archie's house. I don't think Archie ever went over anywhere once he got home.
No.
Except maybe to the bar. It's the only place that you ever seen him.
Me too.
Sitting in his chair, the bar, or the kitchen table.
Carol says, this is fun, bringing back memories. Michelle Brandon said, Tales from the Crypt. I used to like that show.
Yeah, I used to watch
Oh, poor Laylee.
Watched a lot of Alfred Hitchcock, too.
I liked Alfred Hitchcock, too. But poor Laylee, she was probably about 2. We went into the store, and they had the Crypt Keeper sitting up on a shelf.
Scared to death.
And G took her, and she looked up, and she bawled and squalled, and yeah. I think we scarred our child a little bit there.
I think that's how I got into a lot of the really old shows. I mean, the shows that were way before my time, like Burns and Allen and the old, I just said his name a little bit ago, Mickey Rooney.
Yeah,
That's how I got to watching them, is because at late at night when I was supposed to be in bed sleeping, I had my little black and white TV, and it didn't matter if it was black and white because those shows weren't in color anyway.
They're black and white.
And so I'd be watching those until the TV all of a sudden says,
You shut off for the night because you're that old.
Yes.
Yeah. And all you got was,
Because the station went out.
all you got was the Honeymooners. I loved the Honeymooners.
The Honeymooners. One of these days, Alice.
Mrs. G hated the Honeymooners
I did not like that.
because of one of these days, Alice.
Matt says, Pimp My Ride and MTV's Cribs and Next on MTV. I remember when MTV did not have all the stuff that it has now. It actually
had music on
music
it.
videos.
That's what it used to be.
That's what it started out to be.
I know what it started out to be. I was just making fun of you.
Dennis says, Benny Hill.
I'm not a fan of the show, but I watched it.
I wonder why. Salvador
The
says,
storyline never did mean nothing to me, and it wasn't for the comedy. That's for damn sure.
Salvador says, The Gong Show.
Yeah, I like the Gong Show. Actually, a buddy of mine, when we were kids, we were going to be on the Gong Show. We had our bright idea, let's go on the Gong Show. And it never did happen.
Trina says, yes, this definitely brings back memories. Carol says, those were the days. Tammy says, it's called Love Thy Neighbor. Dennis says, Elvira. I don't think not a man alive didn't like Elvira and still doesn't, follow her.
Jeff says, Ed Sullivan. Yes, that was before my time, Jeff.
Ann says, oh my gosh, I had forgotten all about the channel shutting off at night. LOL. Showing our age.
Yellow Glow says, pimp my truck, son.
Oh, what did they say?
What'd he say?
Let's stare down.
That's not how they say it.
Back then I would do it, but nope.
Oh, come on.
That was Bub's favorite
Tell
show.
him, guys,
It's been a long time.
And his favorite part was the first part when they'd get into it and they'd say, let's
tear down!
I know those people now, right?
I do. I'm well aware.
Cindy Chastain says Carol Burnett. G didn't like Carol Burnett.
Carol
I
Bastions.
did.
I like Big Mama.
You like Mama's Family.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Big Mama was actually kind of funny, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Mama's House.
But Carol, what was that? What you just said?
Carol Burnett show.
Mama's House, or
Mama's Family.
yeah, that one.
That was funny. I liked both shows.
Excuse me.
Jeff says The Bionic Man.
Yep.
Beverly says we had a show called Chilly Billy that aired in Pittsburgh. It was all the werewolf movies and horror movies at the time. That's cool. I like those
Lesko
movies.
says facts of life. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both. There you have the facts of life. The facts of life. I thought
Tootie and Blair.
if you would have
and
asked me,
Joe.
do you know the Facts of Life theme song? I'd have told you no. It just popped into my head. If you hear me singing it, it's because I never thought about that show in decades, and all of a sudden you said it, and
Poof.
it's in my head.
Joanne says The Outer Limits. Jeff said MTV used to be just videos. I know, right? Now
Fall
it's
Guy,
not.
Robert, I like the Fall Guy. Dennis says Death Valley Days. Yeah, that was a good one. Good to see you too, Donnie. Knight Rider, watch Knight Rider.
Vivian says, I remember at 10 p.m. they would ask, do you know where your children are?
Yeah, I bet.
Ain't that crazy?
Well, kids were told by their parents, you need to be back
Before the streetlights come
streetlights
on.
It's because you need to go back up in their room and say they're still in there because they had children like me.
Hoodlums.
They'd be gone.
Trina says, different strokes. What are you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, I like different strokes. Mr. Drummond.
Matt says, I like Looney Tunes and the Tasmanian Devil. I loved me. Space Jam. I was stuck on that movie. And Xmas time, I used to watch Home Alone over and over again.
Night Gallery could scare the heck out of kids, Salvatore said.
Jillian says, WKRP in Cincinnati.
That's WKRP in Cincinnati.
I like that show too.
I like Lonnie Anderson.
She is so pretty. She married Burt Reynolds. Michelle Brandon says The Golden Girls. Sophie is my favorite.
That was
Golden
a
Girl.
funny show.
James says Red Skeleton. Jeff says 8 is enough.
I liked Red Skeleton when he played the hobo scene because he did a few different deals. You know what I mean? Characters. Have Gun Will Travel. That was a good one. Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah. Twilight Zone. Watched a lot of that.
I like the Twilight Zone. John Diller says Chiller Thriller.
Midnight Special with Wolfman Jack. That's before my time, sure, but I bet you that was great. Oh, Johnny was my favorite, Lori Allen said. Yeah, I didn't get to see that one.
Tammy said Tim Conway was a good laugh on the Carol Burnett's show.
Carl Bench says, Good morning, Vietnam.
Robin Williams.
Were you the remote for your parents' dad?
Were you the remote for your parents?
No, I don't think I was.
Was it Aunt Crystal?
I didn't stick around long enough to find out.
Fair enough.
When I was growing up, my parents, they split up when I was really young. And I got the choice. Do you want to live with mom or you want to live with dad? And I looked at mom and I looked at dad. And I told mom, dad needs to be more than you do. Dad can't read or write. And that's how I felt. And a 7-year-old shouldn't have to make this kind of decision. So I decided to go with dad because I could read. At least I could read better than he could. He couldn't read at all. smart man. This man could build an engine, tear an engine down blindfolded. He couldn't read. And I ended up going with Dad. And when I went Dad didn't really watch TV. Dad was a mechanic. He worked his fingers to the bone.
He was always working.
And he partied hard.
To say the least.
So it's kind of on my own quite a bit.
Richard says hi from Norway. Well, hey.
And then when I went to go live with Mom worked quite a bit trying to raise us. And when she got married again, the guy that she married, I worked the little farm that we had, and I either worked or I was in my room hiding.
Pamela says hot in Cleveland. That's not one that's familiar to me.
I know what you're talking about. I didn't watch it.
Colleen says the Flip Wilson show.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Watched it a few times.
We do both.
Tammy says, okay, G, now sing Shamil.
Schmazel, Hops and Self-Incorporated.
Laverne and
We're
Shirley,
gonna
what
do
the heck
it.
were the words? I seen a meme the other day, and it showed the beer bottles on the conveyor line and the glove on it, and they said the younger generations will just not get this. Carl says, I was the boy, go get my beer. That was me for Dad.
And it was kind of like, grab one yourself if you want one. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Pamela says the Munsters.
Mrs. G really likes that show. I gotta stand up for a second, guys.
I like the Munsters.
I'm getting a cramp in my knee.
Oh,
Lord have
Mine is
mercy.
not-
Because Mom's hogging the bed.
whatever. You guys are hogging the bed with your big booties.
I got one ass cheek off the bed.
Polly says, I'm late but happy I caught a bit of the live. Rawhide is still my favorite, and Fonzie's jump.
Rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. Rolling. Rawhide.
Didn't he jump like a shark tank or something like Fonzie?
Yeah, he jumped the shark a long time ago.
That's
That's what people stopped watching when he started jumping the
That's
shark.
what people... They use that term now, like derogatory.
Yeah.
They jump the shark.
He jumped the shark.
Digna says, hello, my dears. The crazy Cuban from Belton, Missouri. All the shows mentioned were awesome. TV is definitely not the same.
I've got to use the Little Wrangler's room.
The Little Wrangler's room. Polly says, the Sharknado
Can you
jump.
scoot over more, please?
Oh my goodness. The bed, it feels like it's like this.
Yeah, because I'm falling off.
Grizzly Adams. I remember watching that. I didn't watch it a whole lot.
I was a big fan.
Were you? How
Dad was
about
a big fan.
Flipper? Glenna Counselor says
I like
Flipper.
He liked Flipper too, whiz.
I flip her both ways.
Tammy says, I love Lucy. Vitamina Vegemin. She drank way too much of that stuff. Jeff says, Starsky and
What I
Hutch.
said, didn't you?
Yes,
Beverly
I heard what you
Hillbillies
said.
were Ozark, Missouri people.
Do what?
The Beverly Hillbillies.
I
They're
love the
from New
Beverly
York.
Hillbillies.
We got into watching the old episodes of
And
that
that
not
was
too long
the
ago.
storyline took place right here.
In the
That's what they
Ozarks,
said,
yeah.
Right where we're at.
That's what they said.
Agent says, love you guys. I gotta go spread my crazy. I'll check in.
Well, here's a little
Have a
story
good
about
one.
a man named Jed. An old mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And one day he was shooting at the food, went up, came
Up from the ground came a bubbling crude. Oh, that is
black gold Texas tea.
Colleen says Beretta, the streets of San Francisco and Colombo.
Yeah.
We hear the shitter echo.
Carol Ann says Gunsmoke.
I like Gunsmoke.
Jeff says, I miss the shows we grew up watching. Okay, Michelle Brandon has a serious question.
Uh-oh.
Did you find Nut Hugger panties, G?
I did. I had a lot of people send me a lot of links, but I didn't get none.
I'll tell you what, someone sent me some that were like pink mesh, and they went from, like, they had straps and went up around the neck. I don't even know about that.
Timothy says Lonesome Dove, one of my all-time favorites.
That's a good show.
I just cannot tolerate rudeness in a man.
Shelp says we hear the shitter echo.
I said that already.
Oh.
That bathroom is pretty empty, so it has a lot of echo in there.
You can hear you peeing from there. Here.
You can hear me.
Yes. It sounded like thunder. He let the floodgates go.
Well, he left the door open.
I didn't think about the echo.
You got to go to the bathroom with him. You know how much people pay for that nowadays?
If I knew y'all were going there, I would have asked somebody to shake for me.
Lesko says, I sang along Beverly Hillbillies. Matt says, I used to sneak and watch Eyes Wide Shut and Sex in the City and call 1-900 numbers. I was a sneaky kid. I believe it, Matt.
Yeah, I didn't do the whole 900 thing.
Jeff says, MacGyver.
Get Smart. I like Get Smart, Eric.
Michelle Brandon says,
Hilda says, G is red faced now. Honey, am I embarrassed?
no. Michelle Brandon says, I sent you the ones with the bow ties.
It's hard to embarrass me, guys.
You didn't even hear what she said.
I see what you want with the bow ties.
You're not huggers.
I tell you what, anybody sends me to them nut huggers or underwear,
Go to model them.
I wear boxer briefs only. If they're G-strings or something like that, more than likely you ain't gonna see me in them. Well, more likely in
I
my
hope they don't see you in them.
Neither way, you're not going to see him in them. Okay? So let's not leave that open-ended.
Well, I don't know. There might be some stars involved.
Tracy says the bionic woman. You got to save that stuff for your fans only page.
Yeah.
Roy says the Partridge Family.
It ain't grifting if you're working for it, is it?
Michelle Brandon says at least it only rained and didn't thunder when you peed. Right turn, Clyde.
What about the left turn
it? Benita says Airwolf.
I watched Airwolf.
Julian says, dang, what was the name of the investigator Jennifer Gardner played? Are you talking
I
about?
know what you're talking about.
Jennifer Gardner? She was the one that played Ghost Whisperer, wasn't she?
No.
That's Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, the wrong Jennifer.
I'm not sure on that. Hilda said your forehead got real red.
Then it says 12 o'clock high.
Watched it.
Mark says, we heard you, Mr. G.
It's all good.
Jillian says, every which way but loose. Cindy Chastain says, no banana hammocks for G. Bobby Rogers says, he is going to look funny walking bow-legged. Oh, there's one that we haven't heard.
Heart to Heart.
Heart to Heart.
Yeah,
I liked
that's
that
a good
show.
Magnum PI.
Charlie's Angels. Kelly
Angels.
says. Mark says, Austin Powers.
$1 million.
It was like this.
Are you feeling randy?
The Rifleman, Papa Mike says.
And BJ and the Bear, yeah.
Sugar says BJ and the Bear, yeah.
Moving on. That's
Charlie's
the one that
Angels.
nobody's mentioned like, on here.
Oh, Moving On, yeah. That was a good one. We started watching those again, too, and we got sidetracked to something different.
Here's a good question.
What?
What do people in Arkansas do that you won't find in Missouri, I guess?
I don't know, Salvador.
Tell us, buddy.
Matt says, I heard Mr. G stroke it 3 times after he peed. Stop. LOL.
I would have been in there longer than
What
that.
is it if you shake it more
It'd
than
have been
twice?
at least-
It's playing with it.
It'd have been at least 5 or 6 times.
Barbara says,
Bonanza is one of my all-time favorites too, Polly.
Because he's watched everyone 35,000 times.
Barbara says Hawaii 5-0.
I was never big on
watched
Hawaii
it.
5-0.
Papa Mike says that's for OnlyFans. Oh, Michelle says Jennifer played Mrs. Marple.
On what? Because that sounds familiar.
Eric says Pam reminds me now. Don't sit on your nuts. It's a running joke here. Michelle
Keep
Brennan
a bath
says.
town close by in the morning. You might need to dry 'em.
Michelle says Armachillo panties from Duluth Company have a bolt and nuts pocket. They even come in boxer brief.
Huh.
You bought some of them.
No, it wasn't.
Duluth.
It wasn't a pocket. It was.
Duluth Trading Company?
Yeah,
Dad
I did
bought
buy some Duluth
some undies
underwear
from there.
because of that whole situation. but they didn't really work. They wouldn't have pocket though.
I don't want to know about my dad's nuts.
Laura
guys.
says,
You're gonna have to
Hunter.
deal with it sooner or later, so you just will learn.
I'll just tuck him.
Are you a tugger?
I don't like to think about the future. I live in the now.
Well, in the now one, you're going to sit on your nuts.
Look at him.
I don't sit on my nuts yet.
I said in the future, you're going to sit on your nuts.
It's coming, son. It's coming. Easy now.
Lesko says, when it sounds like a fire hose, the prostate is healthy. Yeah. Trina says, Saved by the Bell. Oh, Jennifer Garner was on Alias. I forgot about
Alien?
that.
I was reading Matt's.
Matt says, if someone drops 100,000 stars, I'll give you free ink.
Free link.
Free link to Mr. G's OnlyFans for 24 hours.
Christine, I love the car.
Oh,
Yeah,
Christine,
it was a badass car.
that was a cool
Lincoln
car.
Continental, wasn't it?
She was possessed, though. Benita says emergency.
Yeah, wasn't big on that one. Julian says yes. I got lost.
Michelle
forgot.
says that was the Agatha Christie series.
Okay, then I wasn't
never watched
familiar.
that. Polly says, Car 54, where are you? I'm sure you watched that, didn't you?
Yeah. That had Herman. That the one with Herman Munster. What's his real name again?
Oh. I don't know what his real name is.
And I watched a few episodes and not a big fan of it, but what was his name?
I don't remember.
You know who I'm talking about, guy. You remember.
You remember.
American Graffiti, yeah, I like that, Jillian.
Michelle Brandon says, gravity is a horrible thing, little G. Then she said, Dragnet.
Dennis says, Adam 12. Yeah, I didn't watch Adam 12 very much.
Trina says, the Medea movies are great. Yeah.
The kids really like the Medea.
Yeah.
Mandy and Gerald.
Diaries of a Mad Black Woman. All the Tyler Perry movies, we like them. Carl says Soul Train and American Bandstand.
The Soul Train.
I like Soul Train.
And yeah.
Karen Napier said Fred
Gwynn.
Gwen. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Karen.
Marianne says Murphy's Romance.
I think I know what you're talking about, but it's vague in my memory.
Salvatore says, geez, do you guys remember Kolchak the Night Stalker? I remember the Night Stalker.
That's Richard Ramirez's mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not what he's talking about, though. No, I can't say as I do.
Was
Yeah.
anything?
It's not ringing a bell.
Kelly says Heat of the Night. Yep.
Where do you see the comment?
Debbie said the same thing. Kimmy says Tommy John has some hammock pouch boxer briefs too. Jackie says Moonlighting.
Oh, it's a
I
show.
like that.
That's
That
what I
was
was telling
for Bruce Willis.
Mrs. G. I said, when we seen all those packages, I said, I wonder how many of those packages are underwear. I said, no, it's been too soon.
No, Moonlighting was good. That's where I first seen Bruce
Bruce
Willis.
Willis.
Guys, our phone's
phone's about
fixing
to
to die.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Fix it here.
I forgot we didn't plug it in.
Whose fault is that?
Hold that steady, son.
Grab the other side.
Oh, my nuts. That's what I was just thinking. I'm a ventriloquist. Push.
We're at 4%.
Push it real good.
That's two things you don't want to hear your husband and your son saying together. Kamina says Kojak.
Dad's
Yeah.
thoughts transferred to
Starting to
my
look
mind.
like Kojak.
I tell you, they share a brain.
I'm doing good then.
The plane, boss. The plane. Fantasy Island.
Simon and Simon.
American Graffiti was a good movie.
Carl says the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Give your name, my wife's name. How's your
What?
You didn't see that?
Where's that?
Will Smith?
Oh, when he
Give
slapped
my wife's name
he
out
slapped-
your...
Chris Rock.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
That's all I can think about when I hear
Those two, that
his
name.
name anymore.
Deb says, Mrs. G, I added ooh, see what FG remembers. Tammy says Kolchak was the dude's name in Night Stalker.
We talking Richard Ramirez? Because that's the Night Stalker.
That's what I think of when I hear Night Stalker. Michelle
For
Brandon says, yeah, gravity sucks. My boobs used to be up on my chest. Now I can put pasty tassels on them and sweep the floor.
Sugar says, good times. Good times. Easy cradle rip-offs. Good times. They're in the jungle. I used to know the song.
Don't
Ain't
remember
you
it.
happy
I used to
we
watch
got
it, but I
Good
don't remember it. Kamina says, slippery little suckers. Matt says, hello, G's. Hope all is well on your end. Just wanted to give you an open invite to come back to Hagerstown Speedway to hang out in the pits with my racing team in 2024.
That would be badass.
That'd
I
be
appreciate that,
great.
brother. And maybe we'll take you up on that if we can get a chance to, because I would absolutely love it.
Jeff said, y'all have a good night. Laura says, Mask was Cher and Sam Elliott. That was a good movie.
Actually, my second tattoo. It's on my chest. It's not that great of a tattoo, but that's who did my tattoo.
Was the dad.
Was the dad, not the dad off the TV show. That the show is made after an actual young man, and his real dad has a tattoo shop out in Riverside, California.
Michelle Brandon says, you have visual now, don't you, Mrs. G? It's like those things the sweepers you put on your feet now.
Remington Steele. That was a decent one, Michelle. I watched a few episodes of that.
I liked
Probably
Remington
a season
Steele.
of that.
Philip Morris says Six Pack. That was a good movie. I like the Six Pack.
When you say six pack in that movie, the what rings the bell on that is I just went blank. When the kids all sing together. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. But those kids all sounded really good singing it together. I butchered it.
Barbara says, and many years ago, while watching TV, we would hear, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah.
Mark says, last time you were here at Hagerstown, I was on the track doing open practice in number 62 Hobby Stock. And I really wanted to come out and meet you both and see my four-legged buddy.
Well, it's funny you said that, Mark, because while you were in there doing you're doing your laps and everything, I was out there telling Mrs. G, I'd love to be in there watching them race right now. I grew up on the track as a kid.
Beverly says, oh, that would be so cool for a comeback to Hagerstown.
Hilda.
Millie says Roadhouse. I love Roadhouse, and I'm going to voice my opinion right now.
No rants tonight.
No,
remember?
this is a rant.
No, we're not doing no rants.
This
tonight.
is a rant. They are remaking it with Jake Gyllenhaal. They wrote out Sam Elliott's character at all.
Give it a chance.
And all of a sudden, Dalton is not even like a career
You're judging
bouncer.
the book before it's even played on the movie.
He's a washed-up MMA fighter. That
Maybe
is
it's good.
Turning a bar on. No.
It's got Conor McGregor.
All
too.
I can think of is
Does it?
Jake Gyllenhaal
Oh, wow. I bet you'd be really
playing
good.
Jarhead. No.
Conor McGregor.
Hilda says, G, make an appointment to get your thyroid checked. Michelle Bentley says, okay, girls, the Hardy Boys / Nancy Drew mysteries.
I did watch that. I don't remember
I
it too well, but I do remember watching it.
Kamina says, no remake was my favorite movie, too. Yes, Patrick Swayze.
I think we're starting to
and Sam
bore
Elliott.
people because we've done lost to everybody. No, we still got about 300 people watching this.
Colleen says, the Andy Griffith Show. That's one of your
That was one of my favorites.
One of your faves.
I mean, all-time favorites.
Vivian said, no!
No.
Laura says, me too. Dirty track, everything.
Let's go send rename the remake.
They need to rename it, like Roadhouse 2. But not try to remake
Roadhouse,
it.
but not really Roadhouse.
Yes. Sammy Lloyd says, one of my favorites too, Mrs. G, is Bull. It is Bull. I will watch it and I will complain through the whole thing.
She's still gonna watch it though.
I will watch it.
Eric says, how about the Newhart? This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. Larry and his brother Daryl and Dad's brother Daryl.
I remember Newhart. What was it? Evening Shade. That was a movie that
I watched a lot of it.
Yeah. Evelyn says Gilligan's Island and Rawhide. Vivian says it will bomb. Yes, it will bomb.
Salvatore, I did see that Tom just passed from the Smothers Brothers.
Oh.
Smuckers?
Smothers
Brothers.
Philip says, Grease, Sandra D.
Look at me,
I'm Sandra D.
Dr. Pepper Drinker says, I heard that once you get a tattoo, you want more, like an addiction. Is that true?
Maybe.
For me, it is.
For Mom it is too.
It is. And you would be proud of me because your dad wanted to set up an appointment for me to get a new tattoo.
Should have
And I declined.
played yourself.
Frank G. Truck says, you guys still here? I already packed the truck. Mark says, the G's, are you standing?
Are you attending the Midwest Trucking Show? Yes, we are. And if you need a... Oh, we were supposed to do tonight.
Oops.
We were going to draw the tickets for the VIP winners for the Matt's, because I've got something to give away and we've got a list. We're going to have to probably do that tomorrow because we lost a lot of the audience already.
We will do that tomorrow. Thank you for reminding us.
And I don't want to do it, like, make them watch an hour and a half of us just chattering about shows before they find out who the winner is.
Tom and Jerry says the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, that was good.
Your
dad likes Magnificent Seven, too.
Philip says, we are glad you are having fun with the family.
Eric, you're shitting me, brother. Excuse my language. He says, I used to date Olivia Newton-John.
That's pretty cool.
I dated her a few times, too. But then I woke up the next morning.
That didn't count.
I think Eric's probably being honest. So.
I bet you he is, too.
Me and Olivia's dated a few times, and she just don't know it yet. I think Mom caught me dating her a couple times.
Gross!
Oh my goodness. Lester says, hello, Trucker Jim, Mrs. G. Laura says, me too, tattoo fever. Once you get one, you want another. Sammy says, gotta hit the hay, y'all. Love y'all. See ya at Matt. See ya at Matt, Sammy.
Frank says, Jane gets really pissed when I date movie stars. Dennis says, I dated Farrah.
I think, I don't know how many young boys dated Farrah, okay?
I was more of a, what was her name? Heather Thomas.
Heather
from
Thomas.
The Fall Guy. Oh, yeah.
Jillian says, my favorite Martian.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Michelle says, the good, the bad, the
good.
ugly. That was Clint Eastwood. I liked watching his westerns. Mark says, I can see Mr. G being in a remake of BJ and the Bear TV show.
That'd be awesome.
Carl says, G would have been good on Sex in the City.
I never watched that show.
Salvador says, geez, I gotta ask, is Mook still single? She's beautiful.
She's not.
She is taken. She is married. Happily married. Megan says, saw you on live and just stopping by to say hey to the best trainer at C1. Oh,
who said that?
Megan Chapman.
Oh, hey, baby girl. How you doing?
She says, I'm out of the
Megan,
truck.
what are you doing here? Haven't you heard I'm racist, sweetheart?
She said, I'm out of the truck, but I can't believe
Megan's a
I've been
sweetheart.
licensed 11 years now. Wishing you and the fam the best.
She's probably one of the students that really stick it. Don't get a big head about it either, Megan. That really stuck with me throughout the years. Love that girl.
Let's rewind to what Salvador did.
But you shouldn't be watching me. I'm racist, sweetheart.
Let's rewind to Salvador. What are you willing to give us for?
You're not.
Oh, you're trying to.
You're not trying to.
Cody didn't give us a dowry.
He still owes me two goats and a chicken, doesn't he? Or 2 chickens and a goat.
That's what it was. Dennis says, TJ Hooker.
Oh, God.
Frank G says, most of the hot chicks I dated are grandmothers now. Respect. Carl says, did she have a good birthday?
Laylee had a good birthday.
Laylee had a really good birthday. And if you haven't seen the reel that we put up of her saying happy birthday at the restaurant, you gotta watch it.
Eric says Grizzly Adams. Yeah, I liked Grizzly Adams.
Vivian says Petticoat Junction. Carol Ann says the 70s show. I like the 70s show, but we started watching that 90s show too. Now it's a cute one.
I couldn't get into it.
I liked it. Carl says, how does your daughter feel about being 30 now?
She's 31.
She feels old.
She feels real old.
Especially after her son asked her, Mommy, did you play with the dinosaurs?
He wasn't joking. He was
dead serious. Squish was just inquiring. He was curious about this. And
Karen
if
says, never comment, but I'm wondering where Mrs. G's hat with the ears are. Where your hat is
that
with the
movie,
ears.
I still have it. It actually, the gray one that I got in
I think they're in
Washington
the RV, ain't
D.C.
they?
is in the RV, and then my unicorn one's inside the house, and my pink one that lights up is inside the big truck. It's in the G ride.
How many hats do you
I
have?
have 3. Don't judge me.
Guess what?
Actually, technically
Salvatore
4
wants to
because
know,
I
do you
have
still
a.
have your Kiss shirt?
Yes, I do have my Kiss shirt.
And can you make enchiladas?
She can't.
I can't make sauce from scratch. I can't cook
can make
good Mexican
enchilada
food
pie.
like G. Now you want chicken fried steak, homemade taters and gravy, and you want, fried chicken or tater soup and stuff like that. That's me. You want Mexican food? That is all G.
Sugar says Convoy, 10-4 Rubber Duck.
Yes.
Whose favorite show was that, son?
My
No
favorite
wonder.
movie. One of my favorite movies.
That was Gerald's one of
Bobby
his favorite movies.
loves
I
Convoy.
took him out on the road with me, and he didn't know what Convoy was, and that was one of the movies I had in my collection.
He
He
played
just
that
fell
on
in love
loop.
with fell in love with that
It
movie.
was a loop. Philip says, Mama and I are going to miss the Matt show this year. A daughter is having a baby shower the same weekend.
I understand.
Congratulations on the new
Karen K says,
baby.
love the hat.
That hat I need to clean it. It needs a deep clean. Barbara says the Ed Sullivan show, it was too late for me to go outside to play.
Eric says, I also dated Betty Crocker. Then she left me for Chef Boyardee.
Charles says, I miss your bunny hat, Mrs. G. Carl says, dang, little G, you don't know how women got to have more than one of everything.
Mark says, gift cards, I don't understand.
I don't know. Lori says the Roseanne show. I liked
I like Roseanne.
Roseanne.
I like Roseanne. Not
Roseanne, yeah. I don't like the Connors. I liked Roseanne, and that was like when she first
her
started the
sister-in-law
show.
was the queen of meth.
Colleen says,
Fun fact.
I loved Convoy.
You're right.
Watched it again Thanksgiving
I
weekend.
watched the documentary on that.
Yeah, she was. She was a big old drug runner.
I wouldn't say she was the queen of meth.
That's what her documentary was called. That's why I called her that.
Eddie says, you have a pig hat. Oh, that's right. I do have a pig hat.
The reason
And I
why
have a Santa hat,
The
too.
reason why she got that name is she got caught.
Who's
Well, I
the
have
queen of meth?
5.
Huh?
Who's the queen
I
of meth?
known some girls back in the day.
Brandy says, hello, G's and little G. Hey, sweetheart.
Do what?
That's what I'm fixing to fart.
Easy
Take
now.
your butt out of here.
What the hell was that?
My water, or my soda.
I thought that was your ass ripping. Oh, that sounded horrible.
Dennis says, a lot of truckers I follow are going to Matt's. It is a big to-do, and a lot of the truckers
Where's it
show
again?
up at Matt's. Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, if any of you need free tickets, just let me know. I'll send you a link
What is it again?
to get free tickets to get into Matt's. And I still have some VIP tickets that I need to give away.
I'm a
I'm
VIP.
supposed to do it tonight. We'll
We
probably get it done
forgot.
tomorrow.
I have it written down, so we'll do the drawing tomorrow.
I'm a VIP.
Salvatore says, do you guys remember WWL AM radio station? Clear channel, 50,000 watt from Slidell, Louisiana, especially around Christmas. They would do messages home from drivers on the road.
Probably heard it. I didn't really pay attention to what the
That's
radio
cool.
stations were back then. I listened to a lot of the Truckin' Bozo, and I'm sure he was on one of them stations. I can't remember what the stations were, to be honest with you. I remember you go through each state. As soon as you lose a channel, you'd have to go to another station.
Papa Mike.
You know, to go like that and not like that.
Papa Mike said, dang, Mrs. G, my youngest turned 31, 2/2/24. Now our oldest, she turned 31 today,
Yeah.
2/4/24. Philip says, always family first. Enjoy your home time. Yes, family is number one, guys.
Guys, it's already 9 o'clock. And I don't know how long we've been on here, but I'd say it's probably been quite a while. And I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night.
We love you guys. I can feel the tired setting in.
Yes.
And I've got to switch laundry
Oh,
over
I'm
too.
feeling right now, too.
She's like, huh.
Love you guys.
Love you
And
guys.
we'll see you later.
Hit the button.
You hit the button.
I can't hit the button. Draw, hit the button.
My zap's out.
You guys are closer.
It's not working. Hit the
Look.
button.
You're closer.
Zap. Zap, zap. No, my zap's out, son.
Sounds like
What do you mean
a
I'm
huge
closer?
problem.
Don't.
Imagine pulling it closer to you.
Hit it.
I can't hit
You
it.
lazy sons of guns. Got it.
Oh, who's lazy? You ripped the